Hey, my name is Evan. I'm the author behind the health and fitness blog Trusty Spotter, and today I'm going to talk to you about an intermittent fasting meal plan example. So I'm going to walk you through exactly what I've been eating to get lean and lose weight. I have actually lost over 10 pounds twice now. I did it last summer by following the Kinobody Warrior Shredding program. I lost 15 pounds last summer, but I actually didn't do the intermittent fasting, which is what the program is based on. I just ate a little bit less and I worked out, and the weight came off. But it wasn't easy. It was kind of hard to stay consistent. So this summer, I've actually been doing the same thing, the same workout program, but I am doing the intermittent fasting now. And I'm actually using a 16-8 model, meaning 16-hour fasts and an 8-hour eating window every day. And the weight's coming off really, really easily, and it's a lot more enjoyable to do it this way, as well as it's more consistent. So here is kind of exactly what I eat on a typical day while I'm using intermittent fasting. Hopefully, it helps you if you're thinking about getting into intermittent fasting, or you can use it as a starting point for your own diet. So when I wake up, usually somewhere between 7 and 8 a.m., I start off with some black coffee. That was a big adjustment when I started intermittent fasting, was learning to enjoy black coffee because I used to take it with a lot of milk and sugar, and it was a delicious treat, and I really enjoyed that every morning. And I do kind of miss that, but after a while, you kind of get used to just drinking it black. The Starbucks Veranda Blend is my personal favorite. It's kind of a light blonde sort of coffee that's really easy to drink. Some people who do intermittent fasting say you can put a little bit of milk in your coffee or a little bit of sugar as long as you keep it under 50 calories. But I like to play it safe and just drink it black. So I usually start my day with a cup or two of black coffee. And by the way, I'm scrolling through the companion article on my website. And if you want to follow along, just check the link in the description, and you'll go over to my blog and you can read the article along with me. So after a couple of cups of coffee, kind of between 10 and 12 p.m., I just drink lots of water. This part of the day can be a little bit hard. It's not so much that you are super hungry; you just kind of feel that need to do something with your hands, consume something. You're just used to eating in this period. So the best thing that I can do really is just stay busy, drink lots of water, keep hydrated, and be active if possible. I find that the more focused I am on a project or work or getting up and moving around, it kind of helps you take your mind off the hunger and or better access your body's like energy stores. So if it's a workout day, if I'm going to go lift weights, which I usually do around lunchtime, this is when I'll drink my pre-workout, either Keno Octane or C4 Sport. So after I hit the gym, or just kind of in that 1 to 3 p.m. range where I'm getting ready to break my fast, this is when I really lean on sparkling water. You're starting to get hungry at this point, and your body really wants something more than just plain water. So something fizzy, 0 calorie. It's refreshing, it's fun to drink, and it gives you kind of a temporary full-ish feeling that can kind of get you through the end of your fast. So my favorite is LaCroix. Pretty much all the flavors of LaCroix I really like. Though any kind of naturally flavored 0 calorie sparkling water is fine. Perrier, Dasani has one. All the store brands, they're all good. If I'm really struggling, sometimes I'll go with a artificially flavored like diet drink, like a sparkling ice or a Diet Coke. I try to avoid that because I don't like the artificial sweeteners, and sometimes they can make you more hungry, but they can sometimes make you feel like you've got something in your stomach and kind of help you get through the end of your fast. So at 3 p.m. is usually when I break my fast. It can be anywhere between 2:30 and 3, sometimes earlier if I'm struggling, but somewhere around there. And I start off with a protein bar. I love these think thin high protein bars, especially the creamy peanut butter. They're just really really tasty, chocolate and peanut butter, and they have 20 grams of protein, which is a really good way to kind of kick off the day and get toward your protein goal for the day. These are just really tasty. I just enjoy them, and they're a nice little reward after a long fast. After the protein bar, somewhere around 4, maybe earlier, it depends. I'll have an apple. Pink Lady apples are my favorite. Apples are an amazing snack for intermittent fasting. They're really low calorie. They only have about 70 calories, maybe 100 if it's big, and they're mostly water. So they have a ton of volume. If you cut up an apple, it'll take you a couple minutes to eat it, and you get that really satisfying kind of crunchy flavor, really crisp. It's just fun to eat, and for 70 calories, like compare that to having a piece of chocolate or something. It'd be 70 calories is like one bite of chocolate. So in terms of your fullness to calorie ratio, apples are awesome, and you get really good quality carbs from fruits like this, and that's going to give you the energy you need to sort of power through the rest of your day until dinner. And while you're waiting for dinner, kind of in that 4 to 6:30 p.m. range, um, I found something kind of funny happens after I start snacking is that I will often get a lot hungrier. So it's kind of like once you prime your body for eating, it's like you suddenly realize that you're running on this massive deficit and you can become really, really hungry. And sometimes I will just keep snacking and keep snacking and keep snacking, but that doesn't really work. You just get hungrier and hungrier. So the key to overcoming this, believe it or not, is to just not eat anything else and just be patient because the food that you ate, that protein bar and the apple, they need a little bit of time to kick in and digest and start providing your body with energy. So, the best thing that I do is just try to focus on some other things, get some work done, maybe go for a walk and be active, and eventually that energy will kick in and kind of power you through until dinner or beyond if you want to push it to a late dinner. If I'm really, really struggling, I will have another small snack, but I try to avoid it and save those calories for a big meal. So at 6:30 to 7 is usually when I eat my big dinner, and this is when all that all that hard work kind of pays off. This is the great thing about intermittent fasting is that you get to have this big 800, 900 calorie dinner or more depending on how you've set your day up. The important thing here is that this is your main source of calories for the day. You're really just having one big meal and some snacks. So you need to make sure that whatever you have for your big dinner has got a nice balance of carbs, protein, and fat. Ideally, high protein if you're lifting. One of my favorite things to make is kind of a baked chicken burrito bowl. Well, I'll throw some brown rice and quinoa in with 2 chicken breasts, some salsa, corn, black beans, cheese, sour cream. Really just delicious. I could eat this every single night. And it's easy to make, and I know exactly what I'm getting. It's a nice balance of carbs, fat, and a ton of protein. Sometimes I'll also make a spaghetti with chicken meatballs. So I'll do, meatballs with ground chicken, a little bit of bread, garlic, and onion. Throw that in some whole wheat spaghetti with sauce, spinach, broccoli, and that also kind of rounds out to about 800 or 900 calories. So I'll just rotate between these two often, and that keeps me pretty happy, and it keeps my shopping really simple and my cooking really simple. If I do eat out for dinner, I don't really freak out about my macros. I just try to order something that has a really solid serving of protein, like a burger or a steak or something with a lot of chicken, and I try to estimate the calories the best I can. And then at night, after I've eaten dinner, somewhere around 10:30, between 10 and 11 p.m., I like to have a little bit of something sweet to round out the day, a little dessert or a sweet snack. It's just a nice reward, and it makes you feel like you're not dieting when you end the day with a dessert. So these complete cookies by Lenny and Larry are one of my favorite things. They're sweet and they taste good and they're kind of desserty, but they're not jam packed with sugar. They're gluten free and they've got a nice serving of protein to kind of help you hit that protein target. But it depends. I mean, some days I will just make actual cookies and wash them down with a glass of milk, or I'll have a little bit of a granola bar, whatever I have lying around, as long as I can round out my calories for the day and get a little something in my stomach so that I can sleep good and not wake up too hungry the next day. If you don't have this snack, sometimes the next day's fast becomes a little bit difficult. If I've had a really big dinner, I may skip this snack, or I'll have something really, really small, like in that 50 to 100 calorie range. So that's it. That kind of rounds me out to 15 to 1700 calories, which is my target for cutting. And that's what's worked for me. It's helped me drop 10 plus pounds this summer pretty effortlessly. And I really enjoy this eating style, though it may not be for everyone and fit everyone's lifestyle. So that's it. If you want to learn more about the workout program that I do that utilizes intermittent fasting, it's called the Kino Body Warrior Shredding Program. Take a look at the link below to check that out. And if you want to read this full article on my website, that link will be in the description as well. Hope this helped. See ya.